Plumlov is a castle rebuilt into a chateau in the town of the same name in the district of Prostějov. It was founded at the turn of the 13th and 14th century. At the beginning of the 17th century, the castle, damaged by the fire, was repaired and upgraded by bastion fortifications. In the 1880s, a new chateau was built next to the castle, but the old castle buildings were torn down in the early 19th century. According to found archaeological material, Plumlov Castle was founded at the turn of the 13th and 14th century by Nicholas I of Opava. Přemysl Otakar II is also considered to be the founder, but the small dimensions of the castle and the berg-free constructional layout are against this theory. After 1310, Nicholas II of Opava sold the castle and surrounding dominions to the King John of Luxembourg, who sold it to Vok of Kravař sometimes between 1322 and 1325. The oldest building face of the castle occupied the top of the hill and had four-sided plan. Its dominant feature was round berg-freed tower with outside diameter of 10.2 meters and inside diameter of 1.9 meters, whose floors were connected by a spiral staircase. The palace stood on the south or east side. At the beginning of the 15th century, construction work took place, during which all sides of the courtyard were enclosed and the new buildings gradually absorbed the tower. The lords of Kravař held the castle until 1466, when the family died out by a sword and the castle passed to Harald of Kunštat, the husband of Joanne, the daughter of the last male descendant, Jiří of Kravař. After Harald, who died without a male descendant in 1490, the castle was acquired by Vratislav I of Pernstein, who married Harald's daughter Ludmila. At the beginning of the 16th century, the castle was rebuilt into Renaissance chateau. At that time, however, the Pernstein family built a new residence in Prostějov and neglected the Plumlov castle due to their financial difficulties. Its decline was completed by a fire in 1586. The reconstruction of the castle was only started by another owner, Duke Charles of Liechtenstein, who built arcades in the courtyard and modernized the fortifications. In 1619, the castle was plundered by Bohemian revolt army and during the 30 Years' Wars was conquered, burned and destroyed by the Swedes. After the 30 Years' War, the Renaissance chateau was only temporarily repaired. In the years 1680 to 1688, the so-called High Chateau was built in a Manierist style. The designer of the building was Karl Eusebius of Liechtenstein, who was strongly influenced by the Italian Renaissance. His son, John Adam Ondřej of Liechtenstein, began construction in 1680 and lasted for nearly 10 years. The original plans for the four-winged chateau were not realized. Only one wing was built, with a colossal order, stucco and fresco decorations, even though it was never completely completed. At the end of the 18th century, bastions were built by the buildings of the so-called Low Castle. The chateau and the old castle stood side by side until 1801, when both buildings were damaged by a storm. The owner, Alois of Liechtenstein, did not have enough funds for the renovation of both buildings, so he decided to knock down the old castle. In 1850, the chateau was rented to the district court and tax office. Several rooms were used as a prison. The other habitable parts of the castle served as apartments for the officials. In 1931, the chateau was confiscated from the Liechtenstein family as part of the land reform and passed to the state land fund. From 40s to 60s of 20th century, there was a museum. After that, the chateau was acquired by military forests of Plumlov. They had it repaired and secured with steel ropes to fix the structural damage of the building and to avoid further collapse. After the military forests of Plumlov, the castle was passed to the Heritage Institute in Brno and to the Prostějov Museum. However, their resources were not sufficient for maintenance of neglected building of this size. In 1994, the chateau was handed over to the town of Plumlov, which started the most necessary repairs. In the night of October the 10th, 2016, the flames damaged the left wing of the castle.